Hey, everybody. Welcome to another interview here at Empire's Comics Vault in Sacramento, California on Google Hangout, where we talk to creators that aren't in the area, but that we want to know more about. And today we have Corinna Bechko with us. How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good, actually. It's Tuesday, so new comic day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the right moment for this. You kind of build up the excitement. People are going to be in here anyways. They can watch and figure out a little bit more about what you have in the shop as we speak. So why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about your history in comic books?
I've been writing full-time for about almost 6 years now. So done a lot of work for Image, DC, Dynamite, Boom, and Dark Horse.
Okay, now before that, were you writing already? Was that a profession that you were part of?
I did do a lot of writing, more prose. I did do some moonlighting, writing comics. I was a zookeeper too, so I kind of made a big life transition there several years back.
Actually, as long as you brought it up now, let's just mention this, because on your Image bio, one thing that it brings up in that bio, in the very short bio, is that you are really into zoology. And evidently this is where it comes from. You were an actual zookeeper.
I was, and I have a zoology degree as well.
Okay, it said you had a menagerie. I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed. I'm looking at your place, and I was expecting cats to go across the desk, bird cages in the back, fish cages.
Across, no doubt.
So when you first broke it, well, what made you decide to break into comic books and to stop doing what you're doing and pitch a script?
Well, actually, the first thing I had published was through Image Shadowline. It was a book called Heathen Town. I did with Gabriel Hardman, and we had wanted to work together. He's my husband too, so we had been wanting to work together for a long time, and I had a story, and he thought that he could do it justice. So he's a writer and an artist, so we worked together on that, and it got picked up. And after that, I just started getting job offers. So and I also should say that I had a really long commute, so working from home is wonderful.
It can be a little distracting too, especially with all the animals there. But so you guys work together. He's your husband, and on Heathen Town, did he co-write that with you too, like he does in Visible Republic?
We had a lot of give and take, because of course I basically wrote the story and he did the art for it, but of course there's a lot of give and take there. So it was my story, but it came together from both of us. Yeah.
Okay, and from there, you've done a little bit of supernatural, it seems, but there's a really hardcore science fiction core to pretty much everything you do. And you've even gotten to write some Star Wars, Aliens, Vampirella, which is at its core of sci-fi horror. Is that where you're just drawn? Is that the kind of thing that you prefer to do?
Absolutely. Yeah, I really like horror. I like it to have a science fiction edge. I like sort of dark speculative fiction in all forms. So I'm really happiest when I get to mix in some science and some horror and some action.
Well, in the one that has been going on recently now, we're on what issue? Is it 15, 16 already for Invisible Republic?
Actually, I guess issue 13
12 actually
coming out soon. And then
okay.
That's one we just put to bed. So we're in the third arc. The first 2 volumes are already available. And yeah, we're working on the third arc now.
Okay, now when you guys pitched that one, because this was your own creation, this was your own thing, what kind of inspired? Well, why don't you tell them a little bit about it? Because the level that is in there, I love science fiction. It's my baby, and I love the different kinds of science fiction. I love Star Wars, which is just your action pack. Invisible Republic is much more along the lines of like a Dune. You know, there's wheels within wheels, constant things are happening and evolving and being introduced. So why don't you tell them a little bit about it, since I'm going on?
Basically, yeah, Invisible Republic, what we wanted it to be is it's science fiction, but it's very grounded in what's going on with the people. Internally in the house, we call it poly-sci-fi, because it's a lot about politics. It's a lot about it's more about the ways the people deal with where they are, and the science fiction is the lens through which we view it. So it's set in the future. It's got a dual timeline where you see the future and the past of a regime that's fallen, and it's about a woman that's been erased from the history of her world. So you see what happened from her point of view, and you also see what's going on now in the present, what the fallout of that is. So the present in this case being far in the future after faster than light travel has been found. So it's a lot about the different ways that technologies can intersect with what's going on with both the politics of a civilization and how people deal with those tools. The tools being neither good nor bad, but how people use them can be good or bad. So that's the basic concept, I guess.
Yeah, and I like the way that you do it. I mean, we're introduced to this reporter coming to this planet that's collapsing, essentially. Earthgov, or what's the name for it? The Earthgov is coming in to kind of.
Yeah.
There we go. You've got the planet dealing with it itself, trying to maintain order, and you've got this reporter that comes to kind of uncover things and, well, really report on the situation, only to find the diary of the dictator's cousin and start to uncover things. So half the story is set in the past, half the story is set in the present day, which was what I found extremely intriguing, because a lot of times when I've read books that people do that in, it doesn't always flow properly. And there's not a single moment where the transition hits you. It just seems to work perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we really felt it was important to have the story be grounded and have so people could get the context of the story, because so often, even with news, it just flies at you. You don't have context for it. So we wanted our story to really, for you to be able to understand how things worked there, because you can see what happened through the diary, a very personal recollection of one particular woman. And then you get to see the broader context as the reporter figures out what this means for the world now that the regime has fallen and where those pieces have fallen. So that was important to us to get that part right.
Okay, and I don't want to give away too much because I want people to read it. Like you said, there's 2 volumes available. It's well worth the read, guys. This year, we for 2015, we always do a top 10 pick, and it was actually one of my top 10. So you guys should really check it out. It's well worth it. The trade will give you a great overview and let you see where they're going, what they have planned, and and then you're going to want to jump on and add it to your saver for sure. So what else do you have planned, or are we focusing only on Invisible Republic? Because it seems like there's got to be a finite number of issues on something like this.
There is. We have it planned out. We have a good idea of exactly what's going to happen, how both timelines go, and what the endpoints are. So we should have around 30 issues at the end of it. So we're almost at the halfway point right now. So other than that.
Okay, so nothing else on the horizon right now. You're going to focus on Invisible, get that finished, and then work on something else.
Concurrently, I'm also working on a book for Dark Horse, the next Angel series for them. It was just announced.
Wait, are we talking Joss Whedon Angel?
Yes. So it's season.
Oh, okay. I'm a big Buffy fan, so that's going to be amazing. I collect them all, so I will definitely be reading that.
That's
well, good. When can we expect that? Is that the new season of Angel and Faith, or just Angel?
Actually, we're at this point. I don't want to do spoilers, but we're calling it Angel season 11. So.
Okay. Well, that still doesn't tell us much. Faith could be out there. So okay, then a couple quick questions for you. Around Empires, we're really on the cutting edge, and we like to maintain that with the people that we talk to. So, first question for you, and just please give it from the heart. Traditional ice cream or soft serve? Traditional. Thank you, God. Can't understand when people say soft serve. All right. So then one more. Being an animal person, because I'm an animal person too. What is your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? That is so hard for me, but probably tapirs.
What's a tapir?
It's related to a rhino or a horse. I love rhinos too.
Okay.
It lives in the, there's 4 different species that live Central and South America, and also one lives in Borneo, and they kind of have a long snout, 4-legged, come through the jungle, eat seeds. And
okay, I'm sure I've seen them, but I'm going to look them up now. I didn't want to be that guy who's like, oh yeah, the tapirs. I know that. They're awesome.
Very cute.
So
a very cute baby.
Where can they are very cute?
Very cute, yes.
Okay, I have 2 pugs, so I doubt they're going to beat that, but I'll look them up anyway.
Well, you might be.
Where can they find you online if they wanted to look up your stuff, follow you, and see what you have coming?
Basically, everything's under my name. So my website is just CorinnaBechko.com. My Twitter, the same thing, Corinna Bechko. Twitter, Facebook, Corinna Bechko. It's all just my names. So I try to make it easy.
That's simple enough. Thank you very much for coming on here and joining us. It was great to talk to you. I'm looking forward to what you have planned for Invisible Republic. We will continue to push it in the shop. And then maybe one of these times we'll get you up for a Creative Women or a free comic book.
I would love to do that.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for being on. And we will talk to you soon. Everybody, go look her up. Check out Invisible Republic. Pull it off the shelf. Take a peek at it. You're going to enjoy it. The art is good. Like I said, the flashbacks back and forth are done really, really well. And the world just seems real. So check out Invisible Republic. And thank you again for coming down.
Thank you so much.